Hey there, my name is Gary Sewell, and I'm the Associate Vice President of the Information Technology Department here at Southern. Welcome to the Southern family. I'm so glad you made this decision to come on board. The IT department is broken up into 4 different areas. We have IT support, digital infrastructure, integration and development, and we also have the audiovisual department. The campus card desk is where you can go and get your ID card printed. So if you've lost your ID card, you can go there and get a new ID card for free. Students, we charge a little bit of money because it does cost us for these cards, and these cards are not cheap. So we try to keep the cost down for the students. However, you can go there. Also behind the campus card desk is our IT workstation area. Where we do support for computers. We support you for all of your computer needs. There you can take your computer and get it repaired, any problems you're having with it. You can also call extension 2712 to get a technician to talk to as well. You can also go to our website, which is southern.edu/support, and you can fill out a ticket, a support ticket. Also, on that website, you can also request a new computer. So if you need a new laptop or a new desktop or anything of that sort, a monitor, keyboard, mice, we stock those. Please do not go out and use your credit card to buy equipment like that. Any printers, any computers, any hardware, keyboards, mice, anything of those sorts, please go to our website, request those, or you can give us a call and we will get those ordered for you. We have signed up with different manufacturers and have support agreements with them. So please help us in not going out and buying computers. We can supply them and we can support them as well. So thank you for that. When you log into the Southern network, you'll have 3 drives that will be automatically mapped. The H drive. The H drive is your employee storage, so it's storage just for you. Then you have the I drive, which is the department storage, so everybody within your department can get to those same files. And then your J drive, which is for shared storage for everybody. So make sure that when you're storing your files on the network, which you do want to do because we back them up, when you store your files there, make sure you put them in the proper place on the H, I, or J drive. We also have team sites, which are SharePoint team sites, which a department can use to share files amongst everybody else, documents and various things. If you need a SharePoint site, you can always call us at 2712 or put in a support ticket and we'd be glad to create one for you or your group. Our digital infrastructure group is responsible for all of the Wi-Fi internet service on campus, as well as all the telephones that are on campus. We use IP phones, which are basically run over the network. We also have the ability to check out what we call MiFi. It's a little portable internet device that you can check out for business purposes only, but for business purposes for travel, so you have an internet device. And it basically provides Wi-Fi for wherever you're at. If you'd like to check one of those out, you can call 2712 and request that, and we can get one to you for a limited amount of time. But you'll need to return it. All right, let's get down to the veggie, meat, and potatoes here. There are some do's and don'ts that we have here on campus. First of all, we use multi-factor authentication, or MFA, here on campus. This means you have 2 authentication needs. One, you will sign on with your computer. The second one, it will require you to authorize that in a second method, usually on your phone. So you'll want to install that. We have directions. If you go to southern.edu/IT, you'll be able to find those directions on there. But I want to ask you, first of all, please do not share your password, not even with a student. Don't log in and have somebody use your account. Don't log in or give somebody your password to be able to log in to use your account. That is against policy, and you will be accountable for anything that somebody does underneath your ID. So we ask that you do not do that. If we find out that you're doing that, we'll basically reset your password and force you to change your password. So if you have a need to have a student or somebody of that sort to have privileges that they don't currently have, you need to call IT and request that, and we can work with you to make that happen. So please do not share your password with anybody else. Do please, this is not a do not, this is a do please, practice safe email practices. And what I'm talking about is, don't just click on links just because somebody sent you an email and it looks like it might be safe. You need to be very careful with that. We have specific training that you can go through by calling us that will help you to identify these things. But you can take your mouse and you can hover over a link in an email and see where it's going to. If you get an email from Amazon, and when you hover over it and it goes to an IP address or something of that sort, but it's not actually going to Amazon, you'll know. Don't click on that link. So please practice good email etiquette by not clicking on links. Though that is a security compromise that we cannot afford to have. So please do your part in helping us keep secure in our environment. Here's a couple things you're going to want to know. Okay. First of all, you can go to southern.onthehub.com and you can register your Southern email address. And with that, you can download Office 365 and various software that's on there at a discounted rate. Second of all, you're going to want to know that we get a discount on certain cellular providers. So Verizon, Sprint, and I believe it's AT&T. You can go to our website at southern.edu/IT and you can find the information about that. But essentially, you have to register your Southern email address with them, and then they will give you a discount. I believe it's a pretty hefty discount off your main contract. So it could be 18% off your main contract. So you're going to want to get that. Lastly, there is a data classification document that is on our website. You're going to want to pay attention to this. This document outlines what documents can be stored where. So for instance, if you have a document that has personal identification information. So for instance, if you're working on a document and you have information about students, student ID, maybe even social security number, things of that sort, you are not to store that in certain places. For instance, you don't store that on a Google Drive or any other cloud service. The only place you can actually store that information is on our drives. So that would be the H, I, or J drive. Preferably not the J drive, because that's for everybody to see. But we want to make sure that we're keeping all that information within our own reach and not within the reach of others. So read that document. You can get that at southern.edu/IT, and it's called the data classification document. You want to make sure that you're storing your files basically on our servers, not on there. Now, if you have a document that you're working on that has nothing to do with having personal identification information on there, and you want to store it on Google, you're welcome to do that on your Southern account with Google. So it's against our policy for you to be storing Southern documents under your own personal ID. So just so you know that. You always use your Southern email, your Southern account for storing documents for Southern. It's just very simple. If you have any questions about that, you can contact me. I'd be happy to talk you through that. All right, to wrap this up, you can send me an email at any time with any questions that you might have. My email address is garysewell@southern.edu. You can also come in and see us, or we can set up a Zoom call and we can talk remotely. However we can help you, that's what we want to be able to do. So please feel free to reach out to us and let us know if there's anything we can do. Again, welcome to the Southern family.